goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Everybody subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and click that red button right there, and also click that bell for notifications and select all. All right. Yo, this is Games and Graphics. We are back in the building with another GTA 5 mod tutorial for you, and today we are going to be showing you how to create your own server. All right, so there will be a couple of links down in the description. The first link will be this one right here, which will be the setup page to actually set up your server. All right, so where we're going to start off at is right here with the installation. Okay, so when you get to this page, you want to come down where it says installation. Also, might I add, you want to also make sure that you have your Visual C++ 2019 or newer installed. All right, so you want to make sure you have these. All right, we're not going to be installing these, but this is something of a minimum requirement to run all mods and scripts anyway. So you're really going to have to go ahead and check and make sure that you have this installed already. All right, so once you have these and everything already installed, you want to come down to the installation part right here. All right, now what we are going to do is go to the links. Okay, we're not going to exactly go through everything in the installation on this page. I'm just going to point out these links that you're going to need. You want to come over here and you want to click on Artifacts Server. Once you click on Artifacts Server, it will lead you to this page right here. Okay, this is a page where they update their servers, really. So you can just come here and check on it every other week or so, or like once a month, just to make sure that you have all the files up to date. All right, these are updated by FiveM. Okay, so what you want to do when you get here, you want to come to the latest one, which will always be the top one, will be the current, and you just want to select it. Once you select it, you'll be prompted to download it. All right, so once you have this downloaded, let's go back to our setup page, and the next link that you want to go to will be this one right here that says cfx-server-data. Once you click on this link right here, it will lead you to this page right here, which is a GitHub page for cfx-server-data. When you get here, what you want to do is select download to download it, and then select download zip. All right, once you have done that, there will be another link in the description also, and this link will lead you to a sync. All right, a sync. We will need this also. All right, so make sure that you check all the links in the description. This will be one of them. When you get to the async download page, you want to come over here where it says download. Click download and select download zip. All right, the next link in the description will lead you to another GitHub page, and this one will be for mysql-async. all right, once you get to this page right here, you want to select the green download button and then select download zip. All right, those of you who might not know, we are creating a server for FiveM. Okay, so this is the main ingredient right here that we're going to need is FiveM. We won't be installing FiveM today, but I will leave a link in the description to a video showing you how to install FiveM. All right, so make sure that you have FiveM before you continue any further. Make sure you have that downloaded. All right, so once you have FiveM installed and you have all of those links that we went through previously downloaded. All right, on my left hand side, as you can see, I have a folder with the downloads that we downloaded. As you can see, I'll go through them as async master, then we got cfx-server-data master, then we have FiveM mysql-async master, and then we have the server folder. All right, and on my right hand side, I have my drive opened up. I want to quickly go through this. Now when you're on your computer, you usually have like the C drive, a D drive, or some people have multiple drives. Okay, so right now is the opportunity to find what drive you would like to install your server on, pretty much. Okay, so I'm going to install mine on my D drive. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select my D drive, but for you, whichever drive that you prefer, go ahead and select it. So once you have selected your drive, I'm on my D drive right here, so I'm straight on my D drive. Okay, that's how you want to have it. All right, once we are on our D drive right here, let's go ahead and bring back up our setting up our server page. And if you look right here in installation, in the first line it says create a folder and name it FX server. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to highlight that name, copy, I'm gonna drop down this again. Now what I want to do inside of my D drive is create a new folder, and I want to name it FX server, just like I did right there. All right. Oh, hold on. There we go. Now I want to find my new folder that I just made, and I'm going to name that FX server. All right. So now I have my new folder FX server created right here. Okay. So what I did was go to my drive that I wanted to put my server on, and then I created a new folder, and then I named it FX server. All right. So once you have that created, go ahead and open up that folder. Now let's go over to our downloads. All right. Let's go ahead and start with server. Let's go ahead and extract the contents from this compressed folder. You are going to need either WinRAR or 7-zip. All right, both of those programs are free. You can just go ahead and Google them, and it's a quick installation. All right, so what you want to do now is just extract the contents to the same folder. All right, so I just extracted the contents to the server folder. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and delete that server folder, that compressed server folder. Now that I have everything uncompressed, I'm going to open up the server folder, and there's going to be a lot of content inside of that server folder. What I want to do right now is go ahead and Control A on the keyboard. Once you press Control and A, that will highlight everything inside that folder. What we're going to do is just drag and drop everything over here to our FX server folder that we just created. And give it some time while it copies all the content. All right. After that has been successfully copied over, now what we could do is go back to our downloads. Next one we want to go to will be cfx-server-data master. Let's go ahead and unzip that one. All right, and you could delete the compressed folder. Now we have our CFX folder right here. Let's go ahead and open that one up. And this is what we have inside. Let's press the back button. Now what we want to do is grab this whole folder, CFX server data master. We're going to drag and drop that whole folder over here into our FX server folder. Alright, drag and drop. Now what we want to do is highlight the name, and we want to erase the hyphen master. All right, it's like a little dash in between data and master. We want to erase that dash and master. All right, so you want it to say just like this, server data. That's it. Now go ahead and open up that CFX server data folder. Inside it will be a resource folder. What you want to do is select the resource folder, pick it up and drag it over the FX server as you see right here, and you want to move it to your FX server. There you go. So you're just picking it up, dragging it, and dropping it right over your FX server. All right. Now if we click back to go back, then you will see our resource folder right here inside of our FX server folder. Okay, and that's exactly what we want. Now from this point, let's go ahead and open up our resource folder. Now that that's open, let's go back over to our downloads. Now let's go ahead and unzip our async master folder. All right, get rid of the compressed one. Now with this, we just want to drag and drop the whole async master folder right over here into our resources. All right, once you drag and drop it, highlight the name, erase the dash master, and you should just have async by itself. Now let's go back over to our downloads. This time what we want to do is unzip our FiveM mysql async master folder. delete that. Then we're going to drag and drop the FiveM mysql-async master folder. We're going to drag and drop that right over here to our resource folder, our resources folder. Same thing like we did our async folder. Now with this one, we're going to highlight the name again. We're going to delete the dash master and also delete the FiveM dash. Alright, so now we should just say mysql-async. Alright, once that's all done, let's go ahead and go to our FiveM server, or we could just go back. Now we should be inside of our 5x server folder right here. Now what we need to do is go ahead and create a new document. So let's go ahead and right click with the mouse, select new, and select text documents. Alright, now once we select that, we could just leave it as next text document. And right now what we want to do is open it up. Once we open it up, we're going to leave it open right here, and let's bring back up our setup server page. And if you scroll all the way down, you will see it says server.cfg. This, inside this gray box, will be our example server.cfg. And what we want to do is highlight everything inside this gray box, just like you see me doing right now. Alright, everything inside the gray box. So as you can see, I have everything highlighted inside this gray box right here. What I'm going to do is just copy. Alright, so you just want to copy everything inside this gray box, highlight it and copy. Alright, once you have that, let's go back to our text document that we just created, and inside there we are going to paste what we just copied. So as you can see, I have the same thing that was on the setup page inside the example server.cfg right here inside my text document. Now from this point, what you want to do is select file, and then select save as. Alright, select save as. Once you select save as, we are going to name this server.cfg. Alright, after you name it server.cfg, you want to select the save as type and then select all files. Okay, very important, you select all files. Alright, once you select all files, you will see all the files pop up here. Okay, once you see that, press save. Alright, now once that has been saved, we could go ahead and just minimize this server window that we just created. Just minimize that right now. If you look back inside your FX server, you will see that there is a server CFG file created now. Okay, so that's just what we just created. Alright, so from this point, what we need to do is add our async and our MSLQ async to our server.cfg. So bring back up your server.cfg, just like I have mine here. All we did was minimize it earlier, and as you can see right here where it says these resources will start by default, you want to come down here where it says ensure scoreboard and put the cursor right behind it. Press enter to open up a new line underneath, and we are going to start off with ensure, and then we are going to write the names of those two folders that we put in our resources. So you can just follow me. Ensure async, and press enter to open up a new line, and press ensure mysql hyphen or a dash, and then put async. Alright, so you should have two new lines that say this right here: ensure async, ensure mysql async. Alright, once you have that, what we can do now is go ahead, click file, and then click save. Okay, file, save. Now we can exit out of this for actually we're just going to minimize this for right now. Just minimize it. Alright, Now if you come back to your FX server files right here, you are going to still have a new text document. All right, what we want to do is open up that new text document. That's the same one that we created earlier, right? All right, so now what we want to do is leave this open, and we want to bring back up our setting up our server page. All right, scroll all the way to the top, and what you want to do is copy this line right here. This line that I'm highlighting will be under number 8 in installation. So you just want to highlight that name and copy. All right, just highlighting that name and copying this line right here, just this line. Once you have that line copied, let's go back to our new text document that we had open, and we're just going to paste that line. Now from this point we want to correct it, okay? Because as you can see, we have our D drive and then we have our FX server, and that's it. We don't have a server folder, okay? So what we want to do is remove the server part. Just remove this. It'll be a backwards slash and it'll say server. Just move the slash and server, delete that out. Now your line should be just like this, okay? So take a close look, make sure that you have the same correct line like I have, and make sure that your whatever drive that you have, make sure that it is correct right here, okay? So mine is on the D drive, I have D drive. If yours is on the C, then put C. All right, once you have made your corrections, click File, and then we're going to click Save As. Make sure you click Save As. Once we click Save As, we're going to come down here and we're going to name it Run. RUN.BAT, B-A-T. All right, so you want to name it run.bat, and then save as type. You want to select it and select all files, and when you select all files, you should see all the files pop up. So I have run.bat and all files selected. Then select save. Once that has been saved, we can exit out of this right here. And if you look down right here, we will have our run, and it will say Windows batch file. This is how we are going to start our server. All right, so from this point we could go ahead and erase that new text document that you see inside of your FX server folder. You should see something that says new text document. You could go ahead and erase that. All right, so from this point, let's go ahead and bring back up our server CFG. Go ahead and open that back up. Now there's two important things that we are going to have to add, but before I go through that, I want to make this as quick as possible, so let me go ahead and just go through the basics of our server CFG. At the top, don't mess with nothing at the top right here. Right here is where you're going to add all of your resources once you add them. Always start it off with ensure or start, okay? Now right here is where you are going to grant permission to use mod menus in your server. As you can see, it says script hook allowed 0. You want to change that 0 to 1 if you are going to be using mod menus that need script hook. All right, so go ahead and put 1. Then you have a part where you could change your password and adjust it. This section right here is where you could adjust your tags for your server and what you want people to see when they come across your server in the server list. Okay, you can adjust your tags right here. Down right below it is where you could adjust your language. Okay, they have, for example, right here, these are a couple of languages that they have already, and then below is the set local. Okay, so what you want to do is pick whatever language up here that best fits you. For me, it's going to be English. I'm just going to copy that, and then right where it says set local or sets local, you just want to paste that right over that. Boom. All right, keep close in mind that please do not replace the root part with the actual language. Okay, so don't replace this and just say English or Russian. You know, you have to have it in this type of format. Okay, all right, moving on. Down here is where you could also this is where your image will be detailed inside of your server.cfg. I will show you that on a later video. but this is where you could adjust what image that you want to pop up when people see your server in the server list. This one right here is where you can name your server. Okay, I am going to name my server, we'll call it my new server. All right, so set your server's host name. Right inside of those quotes is where you can set your server's name, and it'll be the name of your server, and it'll be the same name that people would look for when they're trying to join your server. Okay, so underneath that, you want to leave this alone right here. Loading server icon, you're going to leave this alone right there as well. From right here, this is something just kind of like a welcoming thing. You can say hey world, or you can change that to whatever. This one right here I will leave alone. Okay, as you can see, it says do not edit if you do want your server listed. Okay, so if you want people to see your server in the server list, then do not mess with this part at all. All right, scrolling down is the commands right here. You're granting commands for you or for other admins. Right here, hide player endpoints, and you also have enable OneSync. Okay, so this comes with OneSync in the server files that we just downloaded and installed today. It's already on true by default. I suggest leaving it on true. If you come down below it right here, you could put the limit of players that you would like inside your server. Now, since we have OneSync enabled, with OneSync you can have more than 32 players. I believe you could have double the players or up to 100. I'm not quite sure on the specific number. If you're curious about it, feel free to Google FiveM OneSync. All right. Now below that will be the area where we need to put our Steam key at. All right here where it says set Steam underscore web API key, inside these quotes is exactly where you want to place your key. Now if you're wondering where to find your key, you could go right here to this one right here, this little link right here, or I will have a link in the description that will lead you to this page right here that says how do I find my Steam ID. It's pretty easy and simple, and I even used this as well to find my Steam ID. Okay, so if you are looking for your Steam ID, feel free to look in the description. I will have a link to help you out. Now once you get your Steam ID, you want to place it right here in between these quotes right here. Okay, you want to just like this, have my zeros right. You want to place your Steam ID right there. Okay, now below that is where you're going to be placing your license key. Okay, you're going to have to go to keymaster.fivem.net and sign up in order to get your license key. Okay, that link is also on the setting up a server page. If you scroll down inside of the installation, they will also have a link right here to Keymaster. Okay, you just go ahead and select that link, and you will have to sign up, and you will be given your own key license. Okay, so it's very important you go ahead and do this. This will be personal information, so make sure that you do this on your own. All right, so once you go there and you have received your key master or your license key, you can go ahead and paste it right here where it says change me. All right, now once that has been all done, go ahead, select file and save. All right, you can go ahead and exit out of that. All right, now from this point, what we want to do before we run our server, what we want to do is minimize this window right here, and you want to run Steam. Okay, so make sure that you run Steam first. I'm gonna go ahead and run Steam. Open up Steam. As you can see, my Steam is opening up, and my Steam is open. All right, once it opens up, you can go ahead and exit out of Steam window. And if you look down below, Steam is still open. Okay, so once you exit out that window, Steam is still open, and that's exactly what we need. We need Steam to still be open. Okay, if you don't see your icon right here, you will hit that little arrow and you will see Steam icon inside here. Okay, so once the Steam is rolling, we are good to go. Let's go back to our FX server files and select run right here. Once you select run, inside it will be a little window that pops up, a command window, and you will see all of your resources starting, okay? Once it's all done, starting all of our resources, you will see this image right here that says CFX. Once we see that, we're all good to go. Minimize this black window, okay? Minimize. Do not close it out. If you close it out, then you won't be able to get on your server. So minimize, all right? Once you minimize that window, I can't stress that enough, go ahead and start up your FiveM. As you can see, I got my FiveM right here. Go ahead and just start it up. All right. Once your FiveM loads up, what you can do is come over here where it says direct connect. You want to select direct connect, and you want to enter in local host. Okay, you want to enter in local host like I have right here. Once you enter in local host, then you should see your server pop up. My server is called my new server. All right, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and select connect. And then you should see this screen right here. It'll be like the old version of GTA. I think it's GTA 2 or 1. But you can still move around also while you wait. Since we don't have too much to load in, it should be quick. Alright, after it's done, you should see this little screen. See that bridge real briefly. And then you should see your character. Now your character will change every time that you come into the server until you add in some other menus or stuff like that, and that will keep your character the same. But this is pretty much it, folks. This was a tutorial, just a real basic tutorial on how to create your own server from scratch. All right. I will still have a link in the description showing you how to install FiveM if you don't have it installed already. Definitely check that out, but everything you need is down in the description. All right, so definitely check those out. Those links are very important. All right, that's gonna end it for me right here. If this helps you folks out, man, go ahead and smash that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share the video with y'all friends that are into modding GTA 5, y'all. This is Games and Graphics. Me and my little MP player buddy. We are out of here till next time, y'all.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.